be a good guy, be a righteous man. In this post, bear with me because I have been up like literally all night. I did not sleep. So I just stayed up and it's 7 in the morning. Just doing work and research and that sort of a thing. It's just part of the game. But in this video, we're going to talk about the truth about nice guys and good men. There's a lot of talk about how good men are good men, and it's better to be a good man than a nice guy. But no. Good men and nice guys have destroyed society. They've created ratchet females, Karens, um, and a lot of these types of people that are a problem that actually take away from the harmony of society, take away from the harmony of the human experience. So in today's video, I'm talking to men and women about good men and how good men actually ruin society and they give women a false sense of reality. I'll be talking about how good men ruin their daughters and create low-bred, monstrous, unaccountable, violent females who never become women. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment below. It helps me get this kind of message out there. It's not likely you'll be offended by it because if you're watching this, you're intelligent enough to know what I'm saying has not only validity, but it's extremely important. And so anyway, there's a bunch of verses here. A good wife who can find? She's more precious than jewels. This is from Proverbs 31:10. Also, like there's so many verses in the Bible about the power that women have. Often the Holy Spirit is referred to using a feminine pronoun. And so, there's a lot of emphasis on empowering women and making women strong. And that's so insulting because every woman from the time she takes form and is born really as a female, she has an incredible amount of power that God has designed for water beings. Water, and what I mean is the feminine flow beings, and that's women and a couple of men here and there. But women have an incredible power, and very few of them get to learn how to cultivate that because their fathers get in the way. Good men fathers. I put out a short. This is a guy with a beard. He's talking about all of my daughters are married to good men. They're good men. And on every wedding day when they do the thing, I go to them and say, if my daughter's hurt, then now your body's going to disappear. And it's like, okay, dude, like I'm sure there's a crime you're committing here by threatening a guy. I don't care if it's your daughter. You're an idiot. Like, yes, we protect our daughters. We protect the women that are valuable to us. There are a lot of women that don't deserve any protection at all, not from us. From police, yeah, because that's the job of policemen, but not from us. Never should you ever risk your life for a ratchet female. So let's get into it. There's some people in the chat. I'm surprised that people are up this way. Merry Christmas, kids. Kid with a dino hat. I really hope you're not a kid. I'm not going to use profanity in this, but I'm going to talk about the difference between good men and righteous men. Good men are a menace to society. They're moralistic morons. And if you're a good man, cut that out. Cut it out. You can't be having all this. It's destroying society. So good men are a menace. Good men are where low females outsource their agency, accountability, strength, and integrity. Good men are a buffer between ratchet females in society. Good men are moralistic, mindless brutes. They serve as buffers for low females who use them to avoid accountability and the consequences of their actions. I mean, if you've been out in society, you've seen the types of females. I'm not going to call them women because I believe that women are elevated, women are divine, and women are completely aware of the natural order of society and life. And so these brutes that come in, they protect these women from their actions. Like, there are guys that be out on a date and the girl is clearly low quality and she starts like getting into almost a violent fight with a random man because she's drunk, because she doesn't have any self-control. And there are good men. What a good man does in that situation is he protects her. He puts his life at risk to save someone who probably shouldn't reproduce until they are mature enough to be harmonious and raise good offspring. So that's the first thing. Good men are where low females outsource their agency, their humanity, their apex nature. And instead of having accountability and agency, uh, ratchet low females outsource that to men. And so then they can cry to daddy when they're not being women, when they're just being low ratchet females. Good men raise low females that lack integrity, composure, and emotional clarity. And this is something that prevents them from being able to understand the natural order, and it puts them at risk. If you are a father, if you're a man and you want to be righteous, you have to train up your children in the way that they will go so that when you're not around, they're not running back to daddy, oh, you know, this is my problem or that problem. They're able to take care of their problems and see the problems before they even show up in their life. And so you're raising human beings that have awakened their apex nature. Let's get in the chat here. You, WSB, Merry Christmas. I guess that's what's up. Okay, these are all kids, the Fortnite kids. Guys, God bless you guys. I'm going to keep the profanity low, and I'm just going to speak truth here, okay? So I'll be posting this video later. So, you know, it's all kids. I guess you guys, aren't you guys supposed to be heading to school? Get off your phones. Anyway, I'm not your parents. So anyway, yeah, so good men raise low quality females, and because they protect girls, their little girls, from the buffers of from the challenges of life. If a little girl is acting in a way that's disharmonious, she should be uh, chided by society and by her parents so that she can know to curtail her actions to be a harmonious part of society. You don't have to kill your personality or kill yourself or destroy your nature in order to be a harmonious part of society. Having a good man to protect you is what's going to stand in the way of you actually dealing with life and becoming an exceptional person. Okay? So 3, good men pride themselves in their moralistic upstanding, but they're mindless ogres who are slaves to the bidding of low quality females in society. Good men have made excellent slaves and wonderful cannon fodder. There's a saying that they say the only good thing that the poor have done for humanity is die. It's a terrible saying, but it comes from the elite, the 1% apparently. The fake 1% say that. The only thing that poor people have done, the only good thing that poor people have done for humanity is die. Okay? Or the masses. The word is the only thing the masses have ever done for humanity. The only good thing that the masses have ever done for humanity is die. And that's a saying that a lot of people on the top have said. I've heard it. And there may be truth to that as far as they're concerned, but that actually applies to good men, because good men make good slaves, make good mindless robots, and they make good cannon fodder and punching bags for ratchet females. Okay, good men actually envy the righteous men who seem to be unstoppable. Attractive women and females uh, love righteous men. They use good men. They step on nice guys. Nice guys aren't even in this conversation because we already know nice guys are useless. Nobody cares about nice guys. Nice guys finish last. They don't have any value. Good men almost have value because they have enough intelligence to kind of fit into the human story and be a part of the thing, you know. But they're like just, you know, they're just off enough to actually be a menace. So, but there's hope for good men because they want to do the right thing. If they can just find out how to be righteous, they'll be valuable. And the 4th reason good men are a menace to society is that good men rely on their good works because they lack the intelligence, strength, courage, and wisdom to be righteous. Righteousness is something that you get from knowing that your Father is the creator of the universe. Righteousness is what you get with the confidence, clarity, enthusiasm, and flow that allows you to be an actual asset to humanity. It means the children you bring into the world are going to be of value to humanity. The people whose lives you touch are going to be improved by your presence. That's what a righteous man is. Good men are useless. There's no value to good men at all. All right, so how do you become a righteous man? You got to remember that you are a son of the Most High. And never allow your heart, time, allegiance, attention, or affection to be wasted on low quality females. The other way that you can be a righteous man is that you only select quality women as recipients of your attention, time, and affection. Um, there are a lot of times that, and we're going to get into this in the next one, um, that we waste our time and attention on women. There have been women I've spent time with, and I'm like, there's nothing coming to me from this interaction. Why are we doing this? And I shut it down now because I know my value. So the third way that you can be a righteous man is by honoring your masculinity and only offering your quality selfhood to quality women. Don't spend or waste time with low quality females. Now, low quality females have their place. You know, the harlots have their place, but always protect your time, your attention, and your heart. There were times where I would interact with individuals, obviously women, because I'm talking about women here, who had a lot of power. I mean, they were really in touch with their spiritual power, and they were taking my time away from writing my books years ago, taking time away from exercising, taking time away from all kinds of stuff. They would just talk to me, talk to me, talk to me on the phone. And I was just like, even making my videos years ago, and it was just like, at a certain point, I was like, we cannot talk anymore. I cannot interact with you anymore. And I cut that individual off, or those individuals off. Again, I'm talking about women. And so, um, as a righteous man, you have to value your time, your masculinity, your priesthood, your provision, your wisdom. Women will come to you for that. But there are some women that will just drain you of that, and they won't give you anything in return. Not pleasure, not intimacy, not uh, respect, none of that. And so, never, as a righteous man, you honor your masculinity and you only offer yourself to women of value. And then being a righteous man means taking command of your sexual pleasure as a man. Don't outsource it to low quality females. If you have to spend time with a harlot based on the laws of your nation or whatever, by all means, or just have a low quality girlfriend in the wings and just be honest with her. Let her know, look, you're not my type. I don't want to be with you long term. Don't give her any false hope. Never give women like that false hope because it's cruel. Because if you're a righteous man, they want you. They want to be in your energy, in your presence, in your life. They want you in their life because you have a divine energy about you as a righteous man that every type of woman is going to be drawn to. It's just the design of nature. It's like you have a cultivated energy that makes you shine a bit brighter. And even though human eyes and human brains are dulled through the diet and through all these other things, humans are able to pick up on divine confidence. And if you have that, low quality females even are going to want to gravitate towards you. But you have to protect your masculinity, protect your sexual pleasure, and outsource it, never outsource it to low quality females. And that's something that men have been the greatest problem in society when it comes to like the low and the degradation societies, because we have fallen for the traps of like the Jezebels and the Delilahs, the Glorillahs and the Karens, right? There's so many Karens out there that get into people's face and they don't realize, like, I don't watch those kind of videos, but these Karens will, or the Glorillahs or the Shaniquas or whatever you want to call them, they're females that don't realize they're interfacing with creatures that could end their life. Like I've seen these types of females get into men's faces and, do you think Donald Trump's daughter Ivanka is ever going to do something like that? No, she's a high quality woman. She's a righteous woman, a high quality apex woman. And so you'll never see her in a position where her dad has to go to a guy and say, I'm gonna hide your body if you do anything or to hurt my girl. Like she would never let a man do that. She would never even be in the presence of a man that would be that low quality. So, uh, that's something to keep in mind. And then the fifth thing that righteous men do is they adopt evidence-based compassion, and they deal with all females, and all of the dealings with females and women. And so I separate females and women because females are just females. They're not women. Woman is something that a human cultivates over time. Like a woman is a quality female that has wisdom and courage and strength and creativity and all these other things. A female is just, a human with, XX chromosomes and the genitalia to match, right? That's all a woman is, in my opinion. I mean, excuse me, a female is. But a woman is quality. She's divine. She's righteousness. All right. So righteous men adopt evidence-based compassion. They deal with all females and women from this place. You know, like I've said this before in other stories. And I mean, I've seen, I always tell the story of a guy that punched a woman in the face while I was driving slow through Oakland. He just squared up, just bow, hit her right in the face. And I was just like, I'm going to keep driving. It happened in San Jose as well, driving, and some individuals walked across the street, and the guy was fighting with a girl. I will never, ever, ever, ever come to the rescue or aid of a female that I don't know and that's not connected to me, that I don't see quality or value in. I will call the police, of course. I always call the police, law enforcement. I will never get involved with that because that's evidence-based compassion. I don't know her. She could be a psychopath. She could have attacked him. She could have pulled a knife on him and tried to rob him, and he's defending himself. So I don't know that. I don't know that. And I don't care if he's 300 pounds, she's 150 pounds. I don't care. It's not my concern. My life and my masculinity is way too important and way too valuable to waste it on low-quality females. All right. With evidence-based compassion, by the way, for a righteous man, you never rush to a woman's aid. You don't, you never rush to a female's aid. They don't deserve it. Let them flounder if they've created a bad situation for themselves. Like going back to the thing where if you're dating a female and you don't know if she's a woman yet, right? Because she could just be a random female. She's a woman based on quality, character, courage, intelligence, strength. That's a quality woman. That's a woman. But you're just going out with a girl because you think she's attractive, and then she gets drunk and she gets into it with a huge 250-pound, muscled, 6'5" dude. And he looks like he's about to lose his crap. Well, if I've never been in that situation because I'm a quality man, I never would interact with a woman like that. But if I saw it to get escalated, I would just quietly and calmly say, "Hey, maybe we should get a check and go. Let's not hang out. Let's step out." If she doesn't pick up on that, I'm gonna say, "Hey, have a good night," and I'm out. I mean, you never risk yourself for a random female. There's a lot of guys that again are sexually starved, and they're willing to put their lives at risk just for the opportunity to interact or have intimate interaction with a random female. So I'm keeping it clean because there are potentially underages in here. So there's that. All right. So in summary, good men are moralistic brutes. They contribute to the downfall of Western society by raising female children that don't understand the natural order and don't know how to protect themselves. The best thing that a father can do for a girl is teach her how to protect herself, because women have, again, they have a psychic spiritual power that men don't have, that males don't have. And a girl will naturally be able to sense danger, sense drama, sense challenges, these things like that miles ahead. And so if you teach your daughter how to avoid that beforehand, then you don't have to do what that moralistic brute was doing, talking about how he threatens to kill men who marry his daughters. Like, that's just animalistic. It's like what, I don't know, low dogs or something do. I only say cats because cats have better minds than that. So anyway, good men interfere with the harmony and natural order in society. Good men also rely on their good works because they lack intelligence, strength, courage, and wisdom to be righteous. As it says in the Bible, your good works mean nothing to God. God does not care that you're a good person. God does not care that you do the right thing, that you're a moralist. God does not care. God wants you to be righteous and perfect as he is righteous and perfect. The only way you can do that is through a relationship with him and through Jesus Christ. Right? So the thing that you can do to be a righteous man is to remain connected to God through your apex masculinity, your apex selfhood. Only interact with women that are apex females if you're going to interact intimately, because sharing intimacy means sharing energy. And if she's a low-grade ratchet female, you're going to pick up on that energy, and that's going to impact your results in life. And you're also going to multiply that energy. There are a lot of exceptional women out there, and why not interact with them? They may not be, as attractive as some of the ratchet females physically, but, It's the energy that matters. I mean, there are plenty of really attractive women out there that have a lot of character and quality and composure. They're not rare. They're actually much more common than you might think. So anyway, finally righteous men. Uh, to be a righteous man, make sure you're only sharing your time, attention, affection, protection, love, and provision with quality, righteous women. Women that have demonstrated their value. A valuable, important, and positive woman is going to be obvious to if you're that as well as a man. So that's what I'd say about that. It seems like there were a bunch of children popping in and out of here, even if they were physically adults as far as age wise. It was just little kids popping in and out. All right. So I'm not going to go over why GPC is essential because, when you stay up all night, it's like you hate the dawn. It's like, ugh, the sun is rising. And it's not really rising. It's just overcast. Ugh. I'm okay with it though. It's all right. All right, that's what I have to say about that. Stay up out there, and just don't be a good man. Be a righteous man. All right, that's it.